Good evening. My name is Ali Tarnishi. I'm the host of Connect with Ali Show. Our show focuses on diversity, inclusion, and equity, and highlighting the great work that amazing souls doing in our community to impact, to make a difference. And today we have a great, beautiful soul that making a difference in our community. Please help me welcome Darlene Smith. Thank you, my friend, for being here and accepting the invitation today.
Well, thank you very much, Ali. I'm excited to be here, and it's always great to have conversations with you and, you know, to make a difference out there in the world, and all the good stuff that you're doing with this show and, you know, the great projects that we get to work together on. So I'm excited to
Same thing.
dive in.
I'm excited more than you are excited, my friend. And we had so many journey that we've been together. And you were the big smile behind it, the energy, the positive that really pushing that to happen. And I'm happy to be part of this with you on this book, Let's Connect, One Word, One People. And this book, for the record, was inspired from the summit, Find Your Voice. And after that, I had a conversation with my friend Darlene. I told, what do you think about the idea of creating a book from this summit and turn it into a book? So each one chapter or speech turn into a chapter. And look at this. We are making a difference.
We are making a difference, and you know, that was a one-time event, but the contributions are everlasting with having the book. And I think you're the brains behind the operations, and I think that's awesome that it just led from one event to another, and now we can help so many more people on a regular basis.
Exactly, and that ripple effect. Everybody can make a change. Everybody can make an impact if we start with ourselves. If we are the change that we want to see in the world.
That is true. That it all starts here, you know. What somebody told me one time, you know, first you got to look after yourself before you can be out there giving back to the community, giving to other people, inspiring them. And sometimes we keep giving, and it's interesting on how, you know, you get surrounded by the right people like yourselves who are like-minded and have missions to make a difference in the world.
Have mission to make a difference in the world, and we're talking about people with the same mind.
Yes.
Your chapter, Mindset to Connect. I love that. Mindset to connect. If you don't have a good mindset, you can't connect. If you have a bad one, you will disconnect.
That is so true. You know, and with everything going on, we need to be connecting more and, you know, to have those conversations. And, you know, with everything going on, it's kind of like people stop chatting, stop talking as much. And they need to do that more, right? You need to be out there. And it was so exciting on this project to be surrounded on how you knew so many people from so many different countries around the world, how you connected us all. And I remember meeting these people for the first time, and it was like as if you knew them for a long time, because wow, the connections, the giving, the wanting to make a difference, their messages all different, but it comes down to the number one of connecting with people and making a difference.
Exactly, and I think that's what happened when we put our guard down and we welcome and accept people who they are, especially if you are on the same mission, connection. And I think the moment I share with people what is holding us back from connecting as one world, especially during the COVID, everybody was looking and understanding that there is more to life than material stuff. There is more to life that's connection, family, and self-care.
So much, and that was one positive thing that come out of COVID, was having people connect more and spending time with themselves and just reevaluating like what is important in life, right? And realizing that, you know, some of the items in their heart is missing, their passion is missing, there's more to it. You know, everybody needs that connection with humans on a regular basis.
Talking about the heart, I love this part, touching hearts at Find Your Voice Summit 1. You talk about touching hearts. What does that mean to you, my friend?
Well, what happens when you actually get and touch somebody's heart means that the emotions are involved, that you've really connected on a deeper level. You know, you hear these people where, well, that seemed phony or that wasn't real. Well, connecting with the heart, there's no deeper connection than that. You know, you can feel it. And that's what people need sometimes, just to energize themselves, because our tanks get down, they get emptied. And what do you do to fill it back up? So human connection is one of the best things that you can do, right? And you leave that lasting impression when you touch somebody's heart in some way. And it starts with the mindset, right? Because if things aren't right up here, then in the heart's going to be broken, going to be missing some things.
Exactly. And there is a good connection between the heart and the mind. They connect very well, and if they are disconnected, guess what?
The connections, and then there's no communications, and things are not happening. How true, right? It's working on both.
Exactly, working on both. And I really like the way you write this chapter. Is full of golden nugget, full of some inspiring idea that do a mind flip. I have always lived by the principle to learn from the best mentor. Learning doesn't stop when we leave school. You are a lifelong learner. Nothing pay a higher return on divine than an investment in you. One of my favorite quote, live by for success what you focus on, expand.
Yes, that is one of my favorites, because a long time ago into some of the learning I was doing in the education, and somebody said that, and I started thinking about that. And you hear people complaining, negative, I don't know why this always happens, this. Well, what happens is that whatever word you're speaking, the more you give it energy, you're going to get more. So when you focus on having sunshine, when you focus on bringing more, relationships into your life, when you focus on bringing more connections with people, when you focus more on the positive, that's going to happen. And sometimes, there's a lot of shiny objects out there, right?
Exactly.
We all have them, right? And so that was something that stuck with me, and I remembered that. And I don't even know, that was probably how many years ago. It could have been 20 years ago I heard that. But it left a lasting impression. You know why? Because it touched my mind, but it also touched my heart.
Exactly. And they say the clean, pure heart is a reflection of what's going in the mind.
Yes.
100%.
Yes, very much.
And they really like, you mentioned really good thing, that some step here, that my mission is to teach, inspire, and help people who might need to do a mind flip. How? And you explain it here very well. First, you pause and look at your thought. If they are not what you want, then you need to do a mind flip. Next, you flip your mind to look for good versus the bad. And third, then you change to I don't want this negative thinking to I want this positive thinking. How true is that? Huh? That's amazing. Huh?
It is. And some people look back and they said one of the things was I wanted to have people to be able to walk away with nuggets in that book and something they can implement as right away. And the biggest thing, it's like when you're going in the wrong direction, you know that we need to stop and we need to pause. Just like you're driving down the road, you're going the wrong way. Okay, first. And then, it's looking at, there's so many thoughts that goes in and we don't take control of it. One of my favorite things is that, we do a great job on feeding our bodies and eating healthy, but what happened to the mind, right? And so it's always, you've heard the saying, the glass half full, but people are just so used to going to that negative. Just the other day, I turned my wipers on and my wiper blew off the car. I said, well, it's a good thing it's not raining or snowing today.
Exactly.
Right? Most people would be, right? And people are like, well, yeah, I was happy that at least I could still see.
100%.
Into those. So there's many examples you can do, and you really need to take those 3 steps. And it's practice and it's habit. But once you start seeing some of the positive results, then you just do it automatically.
It's become a habit, huh?
Become a habit. Good habit, right? We get in those, the bad habits. But let's focus some time on self-care, which is focusing on the mind. And even though, throughout my career I've been, some different industries, and first thing it starts with, the mindset. You're not coachable. Okay, well, I can't work with you because I'm going to be wasting my time, my energy.
Exactly. And you have to be coachable, you have to listen, and you have to connect.
You have to connect, that's right. And you can tell right off the bat if you have connections, right? It's being around those people, the positive people. We all know those people that, that one, sometimes they're very negative. All they do, they want to complain and they just bring you down. You need to eliminate, or limit the time that you spend with them and realize, okay, great, but, I want to spend more time with those people I've connected with on a deeper level, who's actually going to energize me and bring me up.
100%.
They keep the tank full.
Keep the tank full. And usually, the theory of Pavlov he used with the dog, the stimulus and the response. And we have the freedom of choice. A lot of those negative people could be in our family, could be in our friend. So we have the choice, the freedom of choice, to let that bug us, to let that go into our subconscious, or just choose to put a block and block it. So that way we still be positive, we still be mindful, and we maybe will affect them and they will change. Because what we focus on expand.
Oh, yes, it does, right? It's sometimes, you know, those negative people, I'm so positive that it just drives them crazy because I'm not feeding into what they need, right? If you're going to hang around with somebody who's just, oh, yeah, that's right,
why I hang up a lot with you, because
That's right.
You just fill me with that energy, that
So
positive.
the energy, that's what we need. We need more of that. You know, there's so much going on that, folks, let's stop. Let's pause and let's get back to some of those basics and important things in life, you know, that really make a difference, really matter, you know, to put the smile back on your face.
Put a smile on your face. Usually, my friend, when we go to a restaurant and we get a menu, we look for the best food or the best meal to choose from. You mentioned here your own daily mind menu.
Yes. You're thinking, what is that? Well, it's actually a program that I developed, and I thought, okay, we're feeding our bodies, we pay attention, but we don't pay attention to what we feed our minds. So by creating a daily mind menu, which, how do you start your day? Do you start it with some positivity? Do you start it, you know, there's different options that you can do. You know, people read, let's read a quote, whatever it may be. But there's, I call them snacks. Sometimes during the day, you're kind of down. What is that thing that you could do to bring it back up? And, you know, even at night, right, the nightcap, the dessert, as we call it, you know, we all got that dessert and kind of tops it off. How do you end the day? You know, because if you go to sleep angry and all those bad thoughts, right, it's not. So that's where you have the menu, which are go-to items that will bring you, because it's like anything, you know, with diets, exercise, oh, I fell off the wagon or whatever it be, right? It's your go-to items you can. Sometimes I just need to go to my Mickey Mouse room and just look around and I just get a bigger smile.
My happy place.
Oh, my happy place, right? And people don't stop long enough to identify those things that are affecting their mind. Some people say, I just like to stop and listen to music for a few minutes. Okay, great. You just want to dance? Okay, great. But it's picking those items. And that's what you put on your daily mind menu, right? And so you continue from there.
Amazing, and they really love those menu that I start to pick from. Like you put here after you are out of bed, you can read a few pages of a book or a positive daily quote, as you mentioned. Don't let any negative thoughts stay. Do a mind flip and replace them with positive item, and you focus on the affirmation is another menu item. Here are a few. I can achieve anything I set my heart to. I am calm, confident, and powerful. I surround myself with people who bring out the best in me. Those affirmations make a big difference in people's life.
They do, and people are like, I don't believe in that. Well, that's okay. That's your choice, right? But they really can, because what you're doing is you're reinforcing, right, keeping that there. It's like, you know, the joggers, they need to jog a little bit each day. Well, you need to do the affirmations to basically feed that mind, right? And it's, I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to have a good day. Then you're going to have a good day, right? You know, this process is going to be simple. Oh, it went simple. There was no complications to it. So it really makes it. And over the years, you know, I've seen that some of them done, and then it's like, oh, okay, oh, wow, it does work.
It works, yeah.
It works, right? So that's it, because you've heard those people. Oh, John got up on the wrong side of the bed, right?
Yeah.
Well, not really. It's just John's mind is not in the right place.
100%, and you're absolutely right, Darlene, because affirmation work for people who are connected.
Yes.
For people who focus on the positive, for people who make it a habit. Because what you focus on expand, and you keep repeating it, but don't just repeat it and stay and think, oh, I'm confident, I'm successful, and you stay home and wait for the success to come. No, it's combined with action, it combined with knowledge, and it combined with skills and desire.
It is, you know, there's plenty out there in the universe for us. You know, sometimes the universe doesn't know you're asking for that negative things. The universe doesn't know with the words you speak, whether it's positive or negative. The universe is saying, okay, well, you know, why is this always complicated? Well, they'll just give you more complications into it, right?
You're asking for it.
You're asking for it, right? You keep out the words you speak and things. And, you know, we don't stop long enough to do that. It's people who are like, oh, mindset, oh, that's just, you know, I don't believe in all that. And you got to believe in yourself. You know, it's the beliefs that you have, doing the actions, right? You need that combination. You know, you can't just sit back and think, oh, okay.
It's a habit, my friend, and the habit is something that you build through the years, through the days, through the weeks, through the month. And a lot of people think like, I'm trying to do this habit, but habit is an intersection between knowledge, skills, and desire.
Yes.
The knowledge is the why and the what, and the skills is the how to do it, and the desire is the motivation behind it. Why? What can I do to make it happen?
That is so true. And people have to want to. First of all, they don't have the belief and they don't have the want to be able to do, nothing is going to happen, right? They're not going to be able to change, they're not going to be improved, so you have to realize that, hey, I'm making that commitment to yourself, give yourself that gift, right, of being better, living more happily, being more connected and having more in your life. Putting that smile back.
Exactly. It's a mirror. If you give a smile, it will come back to you.
Oh, I love the mirrors.
Yeah,
there's some great mirrors. I've looked at some great mirrors over the years.
Some people like, why that guy looking at me like that's weird? Because you're looking weird at them. Smile, and they will smile back to you. Give and take.
Give and take, that's right. There's not enough smiles in the world.
It's all about the connection, and when you say the connection and you really mean it, I think it happened. A lot of people put already a block in their mind. That's like I'm meeting that person, like, I already put a barrier. That's black. That's from different country. But when you accept the people as they are and you step into their like space and saying that intention that I'm here to learn, I'm here to connect.
That's right.
That's where the magic happens.
That's where the magic, and take down those walls, those barriers. We're all human beings. We have all, you know, there's so many great beings out there, you know, and stop all the judging and, oh, don't get me started on that, Ali.
And like, excuse me, you mentioned something about the barrier and stuff in your book. That's I'm looking. That's I really like it since you mentioned it. Okay, yes, here I love it. I always believe, repeat, and live by everything start and end with mindset. Our mindset now no physical boundary, unlike the boundary that separate country. When our boundary are down, we connect more.
That is so true.
Love
and
that.
You know, when doing the summit for Let's Connect, you know, there were so many different countries, and and at that event, there wasn't. It was all people with great messages. And what happens with those boundaries, right? It doesn't matter what you do. This can keep you in the game. You know, I've spent a lot of time doing real estate, and I remember one of the things they taught me. He said, the best piece of real estate that you own is right here. And I never forgot that.
It's true.
It is very true. And people don't give it enough value, right? You know, they devalue it and they don't spend the time giving it the maintenance.
And you never put a sale sign on it, eh?
No, you
Because
don't.
that's precious, eh?
That is very precious. You know, the most powerful thing that you have, right? And it's just learning to kind of focus it a bit more.
And that is like a powerful tools that we have if we know how to use it.
Yes.
If we have how to connect it with the heart. If they connect those two organs connect together, oh my.
Oh yeah, correct. Yes.
Will be unstoppable.
Oh, how true. How true.
And really, this really resonate with me a lot, and I really like this. It say the truth is you produce what you are saying about yourself. Your life moves in the direction you are constantly speaking about. With words, you can bless or curse your future.
So true. You know, we don't think about the words that we're actually saying and how they can make a difference. And I've seen that, you know, many times with many people, and particularly people who complain a lot, well, this, then what happens? They get more of that, right? And it's looking at it as saying, hey, you know, I want to attract more positive people in my life. Then that's what you're going to get. But we don't stop to think before the words come out.
Like throwing a rock. If you throw it, you can't get it back.
You can't get it back. right? And it's being genuinely interested in other people, right? Because you see a lot of times out there, it's not about, and that's one thing about the group, in this book and everything, it was about giving to others. It wasn't about ourselves, it was giving to others. And that was the one common thread that allowed us to connect, and why you connected with everybody quickly, the team that you put together for this project.
And I love the thing to give. And this book is all about giving. And I will just give a tease for people they didn't read the book or didn't buy the book yet. Just listen to this chapter here. What is impossible? One word. One, let's connect. Those are the title of the chapter. Let's connect globally. Your mindset to connect. Connect the disconnected world. Let's connect together. Drop the E and go about the ego. Connect within. Trauma is our friend. Make your fears fear you. Message of hope. From tears I rise. How do you connect a puzzle with no instruction? Be brilliant. Be you. Check your Wi-Fi. It's not the connection of Wi-Fi, but the connection between the heart and the mind. Let the children lead. Just get out of the way. Build an amazing relationship. Freedom from limit. What is holding you back? When your enemy become human, just those titles make you want to read more. I'm just giving you a tease about the chapter of Darlene here, and I think we need more than half an hour for more than 25 minutes to talk about this chapter. It's just like amazing, like a condensed experience of life that if you are willing to open, if you are willing to connect, those nuggets that Darlene sharing with us here really can make your life positive, can make you connect with yourself and with your heart and with your mind. Giving, this book about giving, my friend.
It's all about giving. Everybody who worked on this project was all giving. Number one, giving their time, giving their expertise, giving their knowledge, right, to complete this project as such. And one of the biggest things is that this is a fundraiser tool. And that was one of the big connections for all of us, because, people who purchase this book, the money goes to donations. It's donated to different organizations. And Ali, I know that we've had a chance in the locally here to give some checks to some
2022,
great,
we
2022, some great organizations. I know that the Queen of Hearts, the YWCA was another one.
Boys and
Girls Club. And just having tours and seeing that this can make a difference. So great for that, and that's very rewarding for me, right, to be able to do that. But we need to do more of that.
100%. Like we raised 2022 $1,000. 2023 we want to help more organization, we want to help more people, and we want to help more children. Because this book, everybody contributed their time. Like to have a speaker speak in a summit for free, that's over there. You know how much speakers charge to speak. Do you know how much for the keynote speaker charge? We have Paula Moran. We have Joe Grondon.
Yes.
Our speaker, who don't know Joe, who don't know Paula Moran, and they devoted their time for free. So the book, 100% sales of the book, the fund of the book, 100% sales go to charity. So if you don't buy the book, buy it, and it's going to support the children, to support the community, and to support your mind, because you are reading something that will benefit. There is coaches, there is motivational speaker, and there is poet, there is everybody in this book. So there is about 17 authors from 13 countries and from 5 continents. Can you imagine like the diversity, the golden nugget that is there? It's just, I can't say more about it.
You can't say more than that. And it's, but we, that's where we need your help. We need your support. It's what a great gift for somebody. What, for a lot of businesses, what a great gift to give. You got an organization out there, give this gift. It's for winning, both for the people who get to read it and, of course, for the children that benefit. And it's going to these organizations and helping to deliver these checks. It's so, and seeing the difference you make in these people's lives, you just want to do more of it.
And that's fulfillment right there.
Yes.
Because there is something that make you good and something that make you feel right. And what is here is make you feel right, because you are supporting doing it for a cause, and you are, when you go to bed, you put your head on the pillow, you feel fulfillment. You feel your hands, your heart dancing. You feel your mind clapping, and you just love this good cause. My friend, time is chasing us.
My goodness, the
Holy
time
30
just goes
seconds left.
fast.
And I can't run out too fast. The time is running too fast.
Time is running.
Last word, my friend, like this beautiful audience that following us, and
Listen, thank you for the opportunity to share this message, share this connection, share the benefits, and also, you know, the tools that are in there. Give yourself this gift. Remember, it all starts with the mindset.
all start with the mindset, my friend. Thank you very much for being with us, Darlene. Always pleasure to
It's a
be with
pleasure.
you.
Thank you.